Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at ICP. We're going to double check a couple of key factors here, see what's going on. We're down really close to the alert that I had set from yesterday after our analysis. This is roughly where we want the price to bounce, actually at that low $17 mark, based on this ascending trend line and confirming recent range of volume. So again, we could be in a perfect place to take a long right now. It's hard to say, honestly, when a price drops like this. It's rare that you can just jump in with confidence, but we want to double check some things here, okay? So here is the liquidation levels before we get started here. Just to kind of throw it out there. Yeesh, this is scary. A lot of liquidation between $16 and $14. So heaven forbid we lose this current range, which is a tentative volume support, the price could continue to run, okay? So honestly, just based on liquidation alone, I do not feel confident recommending a long position just yet. Once again, there could be some magnificent things on the chart, but generally speaking, you don't try to catch a falling knife, and this knife is tentatively falling. Especially so if Bitcoin were to retrace and pull back. This is not poised very well with this pulling back into Bitcoin, potentially dropping right now with a triple top. So I've got a lot of reasons why you might want to pump the brakes here. Either way, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. I hope you can learn something today. If you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below. Congrats to our community members here. We took some profits from AVAX and Bitcoin, a couple of shorts we took yesterday. And at this point here, we have a new short open as well with another coin. So what I want to talk about here with ICP is the daily time frame. Super bullish. There's no other way around it. However, we got to recognize this ascending trend line. We're getting close to testing this. This isn't like a paramount scenario here where we lose that trend line and the sky is going to fall. But we've been moving up very strong for a very long time, and that is a trend line that's retested itself a few times on smaller time frames, helping us identify that that is a key trend, so to speak, that's running concurrent with a lot of moving averages on smaller time frames. So again, just pay attention to that. We close below that, could be a shift in momentum. We're starting to see stochastic RSI swing down. We can also confirm here that the traditional RSI has lost 70. That's generally a sell signal. So try not to get super greedy on your long position if you have one open. Again, if you have like a 100x leverage trade from like 3 months ago, you probably should have taken profits because you're going to be eaten alive on fees. I don't know if you realize that, but you want to be careful and cautious with high leverage. Not only is it higher risk, but the exchange always wins. Either way, money flow index is still moderately high, so it's not like a cause for major concern, but I do think losing 70 in the RSI on the daily is kind of a big deal. And we can also see the shift in momentum here. MACD is starting to finally lose its momentum. So again, it doesn't mean the price is just going to drop, but it doesn't imply the price is going to take off from here either. Okay, got to recognize that. So taking a look at some moving averages here on the 4-hour time frame, we can see we lost a 20-day SMA. That's kind of just an eye opener, right? Letting us know, hey, we got to pay closer attention to this coin. It could continue to drop lower. Traditional RSI over here at 50. This is not a great look. Generally, it's good to be above that level and to bounce off that level, but money flowing out of this coin is kind of concerning. So this leads me to believe the price is going to continue to drop, but again, we got to give it a chance, I guess, if you will. Stochastic's trying to swing up a second time. It's not a very strong swing to the upside. Again, this is still very early and premature. Bitcoin's at this, $71,000 resistance potentially, and we could very well see coins drop lower, but we can see MACD is already confirming the fact that we're starting to plateau, so we may be at our bottom. And if we do take a look at TD sequential, we're at a 7. Okay, so we've been moving for about 24, 28 hours in the same direction at this point. So a lot of times that will discontinue roughly at a day and a half. 36 hours is an approximate, and we could very well see the price action recover from here. So I think we're still in decent shape if you have long position open, but let's confirm this on the hourly. I'm willing to speculate we're well below the cloud, and we have 100% confirmation not to have a long position open. If you are greedy right now and you're pissed off that you have less profit now than you did up here, you probably should have listened to the analysis from yesterday. Again, hindsight's 20/20, of course. You never get it right all the time. But the lagging span was intersecting with the price action. That's kind of the step number one to identify not necessarily identify trend reversals because they don't always reverse, but they do have a tendency of when a price action starts to consolidate, there's likelihood of retracement. Okay? The price action was consolidating yesterday, and the lagging span was basically letting us know to close any long position you have in profit or trim it at least. Take a chunk out. Like we take about 70, maybe 80% profit in our first target. So in this case here, we would recommend, of course, that you do not have a long position open. Everything is kind of screaming bearish divergence right now, so there's literally no reason. You can argue, though, that we are moderately overextended. We hit a 7 there, and then we came back down to a 5, getting some resets here. So this really actually isn't that terrible of a overextension, but the truth here is that volume starting to dry up. Okay? We're starting to average ourselves out below this moving average here, and it's really just not a good look. So again, is the price going to drop for ICP in the immediate future? Probably not, but if it does, you bet your butt we're going to see 16 to 14 as a possible consideration for the next level. Speaking of next levels too, if we kind of look at big picture, we do have somewhat of a support. This is basically a previous resistance level at this 0.5 fib at about 1557. So if you are going to consider a short, that would be a solid consideration as a target, or at least close to that range. I would recommend, however, taking profit between now and then. So just say, for example, you take a short right now, consider a 5% profit target about 1690. Okay? Just so you can hit it just above that fib level in case the price were to recover and bounce. I don't personally like trading coins in either direction when they have these kind of qualities, though. You know, like a macro bullish scenario with a micro bearish divergence. That really doesn't work well for me because you're not confirming on a lot of different factors. But there's no doubt that the price could and should go lower unless Bitcoin goes on a tear. Not like ICP needs that, but with Bitcoin having pulled back recently, and then ICP also pulling back, or more importantly, well, ICP started to pull back when Bitcoin was pulling back. Bitcoin took off and ICP still goes down. That's generally not a great sign. But either way, the conception here is that the value, there's decent value at $16 to $17. So we are going to see people, a lot of people start at dollar cost average. But to me, if the price continues to kind of work itself down here and hang out on this level, I think it's pretty inevitable we're going to see this lower liquidity level get swept between 14 and 16. It's just a matter of time, folks. That's kind of what we're at. So I'm going to continue to pay attention to this guy. I'll try to reevaluate this one again later today so we can kind of keep an eye on it. But generally speaking, I would not touch this coin right now. Just easy way to understand it. Hope you learned something here today. Thanks again so much for watching. If you're in profit right now, maybe consider taking some profit. Don't be a greedy idiot. It's so frustrating. I mean, I don't mind helping people that come over to my community asking me to recover their portfolio. But I do mind when they've been destroyed by just following some, ridiculous high leverage, high position size traders online that only share their positive results, right? So please understand that every trader has their bad trades. Okay, I think we hit one stop loss and we had to close another trade early. Granted, we've up to 3,000% this month and we've got a 95% success rate. It's still one of those things you got to be careful with and make sure that you are using low leverage. We wouldn't have the success rate that we do if we used high leverage. We'll just put it that way. It's really simple, easy math. Liquidation is a pain in the ass. Do not do it. All right, folks. Thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, and follow if you haven't already. Make sure you trade Bitunix. Phenomenal exchange. ICP is available on this exchange. Get some nice rewards. Use my link to register. Check them out. No KYC or VPN. I also hear MXC Global is requiring KYC as of the 1st of April. So just a heads up on that. If you were working with them, shift on over to Bitunix. They got you covered. Hope you have a good rest of your day either way. Thanks again for your time. Take care.